here. Welcome to this live connection time. My name is Katerina Satori. I'm coming to you from Laguna Beach. I love beautiful flowers. I love beauty. And in this live stream, I really wanted to share with you the number one shift that I have made in my spiritual business that really opened up this quantum level creativity, prosperity, and ease. The way that I do business, it's so easy for me. It's so easy. There is no complexity, there is no overwhelm, there is no like slaving away hours every day to make something happen. And I wanted to share with you what is it I do on the inner planes. Yes, I continue to get more and more skilled, and I continue to learn from masterful mentors and teachers. Training doesn't stop, but training for me, I have this saying that I train like an athlete and I create like an artist. So I approach my spiritual business from the place of artistry. It's a beautiful co-creation that I am in relationship with. So I wanted to share with you kind of like these inner ideas and the inner alignments that continue to arise in my consciousness. And they are just such precious gems. And of course, darlings, I am hosting a training on Thursday. If you have seen me announce, the last time I did a webinar was in February. And every time I'm like, I'm going to do another webinar in a week. And then 2 months goes by because I've been really enjoying spending a lot of time and presence with my current leadership mastermind that I am guiding, called Satori Mastermind. And it's been so fulfilling for my heart to be with that group, a group of mystical leaders. And we are in a 13 months journey together. So sometimes I'm like, I want to do a webinar, and then 2 months goes by before I'm actually able to create an opportunity. So if you desire to learn together with me and to receive this business oracle transmission that will come through on Thursday, I invite you to sign up. It is free to attend. And so I'll start there. So this live stream is specifically for my fellow light workers who have spirit infused business. Another way I call it Dharma driven business. This is the business that has deep, higher purpose for you. You're not in it just for profit. I have nothing against profit. We require resources to take our message into a bigger way. Resources are important. But there is, for my spiritual entrepreneurs whom I serve, my mystical souls, we are driven by much bigger why. We usually believe in our message. We believe in the mission that has found us. And then when there's this process of this beautiful discovery of how do you turn your passion and your mission and your message into a sustainable business that supports your gifts, that challenges your creative potential. Without the challenge, we're not going to grow, right? We want a business that challenges and brings out our true potential. And this is one of the reasons I am in it, darlings. To me, my business is a lifelong career. And it's a career that I will never get bored. I don't know about you, loves, because for me in the past, it was like such an anxiety in my life. Any kind of field I was in, I would reach the glass ceiling in that field, in that industry really fast. And then, I would feel super unstimulated in the previous industries that I was in. And this is you know, when I was guided by spirit to the business that I have right now, the business of transformation, soul work, really the business of sharing wisdom, tools, right, inspiration to see a real difference in the lives of people that I serve. You know, when I found, or I was guided to this work, you know, my attitude and my mindset, this is a lifelong career, right? It's a lifelong career. And when you approach your spiritual business as a lifelong career, first of all, you begin to release this, you know, pressure of racing anywhere. You begin to realize you have at least 30, 40 years of career in front of you. And then you begin to assess where you're spending your time. Are you developing the most crucial skills that can take you to the next level of sovereignty, of mastery, right? Or are you chasing everything, you know, around you, and, you know, this way and this way and that way, and kind of like spinning a lot of your energy in circles, right? So by realizing that this is your long-term career, you begin to make very intentional choices. What do you study? Who do you study with? What skills do you develop right away? You know, what do you say no to? Right? So this is the first one, is really seeing that this is my career. Then how do I show up for my career? You know, I often hear that people say, Katerina, well, how do you stay motivated? No, you don't have a boss. You are your own boss. How do you stay focused? How do you get so much done? Well, because, you know, I approach my business as my career, right? So the Monday comes, Tuesday comes, I'm very clear where my time goes, you know, what I desire to express, what do I desire to create. So that was the first shift. The second shift, my friends, which probably the biggest one, when I began, it was probably a few years back, I would say 2017, when the Divine Feminine began to initiate me into her mysteries. And I began to receive these powerful initiations, right? And lessons on surrender. I began to get this message that my business is not a machine, and it's not even a fine-tuned system that runs itself. You know, I begin to see a fundamental flaw in relating to my business in that way. And I begin to ask myself a question of, you know, what if there is a deeper opportunity for me to see my business as a soul, as an extension of my consciousness, as an extension of my soul. And I began to actually change my relationship with my business from the place of the soul. I began to interact with my business as a soul. This was a really profound, pivotal point in my career, because then, instead of, you know, pushing my personality or ego's agendas, where I need to be, what do I need to do, I begin to listen to the voice of the soul of my spiritual business. You know, another way to say it, you know, listening to the voice of the mission that guides your business, and asking the soul of your mission or the soul of your business. To me, it's the same thing, right? Asking, what do you desire to express next? This was the big question that I asked my mastermind group in the beginning of our journey this year. And I said, what does the soul of your business longs to express next? And if you really take in this question, if you really dare to sit in the gap and listen to what will come through, it will wow you. It will surprise you with the precision of an answer. Because, you know, for me, um, at this stage of my business, it's all about art. So the soul of my business desires to express beauty, this wild creativity, Everything wants to be expressed in a fresh, new way. Like I do not want to teach from the past. I can't just recycle what I already created. It doesn't light me up, right? And my old identity, even 3 years ago, that was so invested in safety, that didn't feel very comfortable to bring that creative rebellion forward. That would be a terrifying question for me, right? But this is when you begin to connect to the soul of your business and you begin to, letting go of these old ideas that your business is a machine or your business is a system. Yes, it can be looked at that this way, but if we do that, we're missing out a really important conversation, a really beautiful way of engaging with our life in a way that is filled with spirit, that is filled with so much power. So then, are you relating with this, darlings? I'm going to take a look at your comments because let's see. Hello. Are you relating? Are you? Oh, I see you, darlings. Hi. Yeah, this was such a game changer for me. And like a lot of times I will journal in the morning. Sometimes people ask me, Katerina, how do you stay focused? There are so many things come at us as entrepreneurs. There's emails to answer, there's programs to create, there's clients to attend, there's immersions to co-create, there's cat to feed, there is date to go on. There is just so much going on, right? And what I do, my loves, I tune to the soul of my business every morning before I even log into social media. In my first 3 hours of my day are so sacred. I go through the process of attunement and I say, okay, the soul of my business, of my vision, what do you desire to express today? What is the most important for you to channel through me today? So then you begin to work in this organic, harmonious, profound way because your business is an extension of your consciousness, right, darlings? So very profound way. And then, and then the second oh no, I think it was a third shift. Yeah, it's a third shift that is happening. So the third shift is being able to step out of linear time. And I know my spiritual entrepreneurs are ready for this conversation. In order for us to begin to create in a quantum way, what is important is to begin to step out of linear time. Like I live less and less and less in linear time lately. And what it looks like that sometimes, sometimes I'm like, oh, did I answer this message? Oh, I thought I did telepathically, but I just so do not operate in a linear time, right? But I create everything on the inner planes. I create everything in a quantum way. And it's stepping out of this linear schedule that we're so conditioned, and how do you know that you are in a linear time? You feel pressure to rush through your activities, pressure to get things done, pressure to get ahead. If you feel pressure, you are under the pressure of linear time. And it's time to give yourself a gift to experience a quantum reality. Quantum reality is very fluid, is very spacious. Is it's you beginning to tap into the multidimensionality of who you truly are. And again, you begin to step onto the planes of the soul and interact with the soul of your mission, and begin to listen to the soul of your mission timeline, right? And when you begin to exit this pressure of linear time and you begin to play on a quantum level more and more, you will be surprised how much you will be able to create with so much more ease, with so much more playfulness, right? But, and not but, and there will be an opportunity to retrain yourself into letting go of the planning, letting go of control that comes with planning, and learning to trust yourself and trust your own guidance deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and cultivating courage that takes to trust each moment without too much planning. It's profound, darlings, what we're able to create and express, magnetize, manifest, bring our deeper level of innovation when we let go of control and we allow this spontaneous expression to come through more and more. Every time I get on live streams, darlings, I have zero plan of what's going to come through. Even on my webinars, I am becoming more and more empty with when I show up and I teach, right? I let go of the structure more and more and more to allow the transmission to come through. It's all about becoming more and more empty so you can channel this fresh and more organic wisdom that comes through you, your unique expression. So I wanted to share with you one more idea, and then I will wrap this up. I hope you're inspired to play with these ideas. Don't ever take my word for it. In order for these concepts to become alive, you get to play with them, right? Play like a child. To me, darlings, business is such ultimate playground. It's easy, it's fun, it is so fluid. And when that becomes your reality because you choose to interact with the soul of your business in a quantum, playful, fresh, original way, you begin to bring your most original, your most unique work. And it's up to us to discover our own brilliance. The number one shift, there's so many shifts. I feel like I'm like the number one shift and then another number one shift. There has been always shift, darlings. I live in the field of revelation. Let me know in the comments if you've received the most amount of profound mind shifting insights and epiphanies in this 1 month of April than an entire 2021. The insights and breakthroughs that are just coming, for me personally, at the speed of cosmic light. And it's all about when you dare to empty what you know, to create this space for fresh organic insight, it comes your way. It comes your way. Right? So I remember the shift I made when I released this unconscious desire to be discovered. And trust me, it has been implanted in our consciousness since childhood. All the fairy tales, all the Disney movies, all the stories, are programming the consciousness of humans that you get to wait to be discovered, found out, right? Helped out. And when you begin to grow your mission and your message online, offline, you begin to rise in your sovereignty, and this realization becomes more and more strong. That to wait to be discovered is to waste a very precious time-space continuum for you. Instead, there is a great invitation to discover the uniqueness of your own brilliance. And what I mean by brilliance, this is a very powerful word to name. Brilliance is this shining of light with strong intensity, shining of light with strong intensity. It's being willing to allow the light of your soul, the light of your mission to shine through you with more and more brilliance. And when you begin to really come from that place, you go from the place of, instead of seeking recognition, seeking being discovered, seeking being, found out in a way, you focus on, my only intention is to allow more light to channel through me. I'm going to become more and more transparent. I'm going to become more and more clear. So this light begin to shine through me. So lots of epiphanies, darlings. I can speak on this for hours, right? But it was a big shift where you say, I get to discover my own brilliance. I get to discover the divine uniqueness of my own voice, of my own expression, of my own contribution. We all come to this planet highly gifted. Every single one of us is so highly gifted. This is not a privilege of a few. That's a very destructive belief system or program, that has been implanted in the collective in order to keep people away from expressing their creative, unique contribution. We all come to this planet highly gifted. And if you want to prove that, spend some time with 5-year-olds. Spend some time with children. You can see the freshness of creativity that has not been tainted by the cultural belief systems. But what happens when we mature and come into, becoming adults, we lose connection with our true authentic gifts, and we stop believing in their uniqueness because we have so many creative scars, so many creative wounds, right? Somebody said something like, this is not as unique, this is not as original. We begin to dim our light. So the power of growing your spiritual businesses and doing it from the place of allowing the soul of your business to channel through you is that you will be constantly invited to unleash a bigger light, to unleash a bigger light of your brilliance, to bring a deeper message, to bring your message in a more playful, creative, uninhibited way. So it's a profound journey, darlings, profound journey. I have not found a more accelerated way to see all of my limiting beliefs, to see all of my blind spots, to see all of my resistance than to commit to rising in my service, to rising in my leadership every single year. And I have not found a more accelerated way to feel so deeply fulfilled by creativity, by freshness of inspiration, by a profound joy of seeing your work making a true difference in the world, than to have your own spirit-infused business. So on this note, I really hope that this share inspired you to look at the way you relate to your business right now. Do you relate to it as a burden, as something so complex, as something that you fight against, as something that you're constantly trying to fix or solve or make better? Or do you relate to your business as a conscious entity, as a being, as a soul, as an archetypal energy that desires to express in a more fluid, organic, harmonious, quantum expansive way? What is your relationship? And when you begin to ask yourself this question, you begin to change the way you interact with your business. You begin to open up even deeper gifts that lay within you, even deeper message, even more freshness. And that is profound. So, my darlings, on this note, I just wanted to do this very brief live stream. I think it was like 20 minutes or something. And I hope you enjoy. I hope you took away at least one nugget, one idea, because business can be easy, business can be fun. To me, it's like such a playground. I create like an artist. I still train like an athlete every single day. Never get rusty on the skills and the crucial skills. And if you desire to dive deeper into exploration of this topic, I have a training that is coming up on Thursday at 11 a.m. this Thursday. So I'll post a link underneath this live stream. And until then, may you be guided by the soul of your mission that is so much bigger than what your ego or your personality can conceive of. And the more you surrender control and the need to know and the need to be perceived in a particular way, the more the soul of your mission will begin to guide you, will begin to channel through you. And it's so enchanting and it's so profound. I'm here to share the encouragement for my fellow light workers, because this is our time to build the new earth with our gifts, with our true potential. And nobody will do it for us. Nobody will discover your gifts. Nobody will discover your potential except you. And that is a very, very powerful news, because then you can drop all the waiting. You can begin to create with playfulness, with courage, and with enthusiasm. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me. This was Katerina Satori, and I'm excited to see you all soon.